Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Ace, and tonight we actually have a very special guest for you tonight. That's right. Welcome in Mr. William Hudson from TRC, which is known as Top Rope Collectibles. So, Mr. William Hudson, I'm going to give you a chance right now to go ahead and talk a little bit about, TRC and what you guys do and everything like that.
Awesome. So thank you. First of all, thank you for having me. And, just real quick, the biggest thing I can tell you about our group is we are family friendly, family oriented. And, we have something for everybody. We have figures, we have pictures, we have all kinds of stuff. And, definitely want everybody to come in and have a good time. We don't require anybody to purchase anything, just to come and hang out and talk and have a good time. We do a lot of things out of the way for people. We attend a lot of signings all over the country. We hold our own signings. We do private signings with wrestlers and different things like that. And also, too, we take a lot of stuff in every month. Once a month, we go in and take stuff into JSA and get stuff certified. And we don't charge anybody anything extra other than the actual fee to get that done. And even if you didn't buy it from us, you can send it to us and we still get it done for you. And you're just responsible for the fee. So we do a lot of things. We go out of our way. We do some donations. We did a donation yesterday through Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast for suicide prevention and some, different things with depression and stuff like that. So we do a lot of different things.
All right. Well, welcome in. It's a pleasure to have you on here. I mean, we're going to really enjoy this. We love what you do. I love to watch your lives. You have a lot of great stuff. So thank you. You got a great show. Also we have Mr. Big B. How you doing tonight, Big B?
I'm doing okay. And just so everybody knows, just in case they didn't see it, Randy, that's just for you, buddy. I hope that shirt's on order. I know you can't wait to wear it, bud. So,
didn't you?
Yeah. And Will, I got to say, I've checked out your show many times, and it is hard for me not to pull out that checkbook and buy some of those signings. So you make it very tempting, and my wife probably thanks you.
Thank you.
All right, and then of course, welcome in Crispy Bacon. Crispy Bacon, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, fantastic! Can't wait to talk about a little bit of SummerSlam, and then mess around, Dave. How you?
What is up, guys? I cannot wait to get in at SummerSlam. Let's go.
Right, let's go. And then Dragon Viper, welcome in.
Yeah. Everything's good. I'm just saying that. So.
All right, so looks like we have some more comments that are rolling in the section here. So Lou Thompson is actually out here saying, "Oh Lord, here we go." We actually have Christy Wilson who's up here tonight. And Christy Wilson's actually out here calling out Dragon Viper right now, saying it's time to face the music, Dragon Viper. It's time to face it. Now, Big B, I will say this, okay? When you told Dragon Viper that you have the picture behind you of RK Bro, I saw Will automatically in the corner. He starts shaking his head immediately. So, as we know, to kick off SummerSlam, we had the tag team titles. Okay, so we had RK Bro versus AJ Styles and Omos. So, Will, with you being the special guest tonight, I'm going to let you kick this off because I see you shaking your head in the corner going, no. So, what about it? Why are you down there shaking your head saying no?
Man, I was so disappointed. I am an AJ fan. I've been an AJ fan for a long time. And, the guy should be in the WWE Championship title match. He shouldn't even be in the tag matches, but you got him in the tag matches. The guy is phenomenal inside and outside of the ring. Definitely should have been able to take on Randy Orton and Riddle. I'm telling you, man, I made the comment a couple weeks ago about Doink used to have this move where he would step on the other wrestler's feet, and I would love to see that big Omos step on Riddle's feet. I mean, I can't stand the guy. Yeah, I was so disappointed. I wanted to see Omos just destroy those guys, and I like Orton. I'm a fan of Orton, but I definitely was disappointed. AJ needs to be in the WWE title picture. AJ and Lashley could have had a great match, and he shouldn't have even been in the tag team title match. But I know they're trying to build Omos. They're trying to make him a future star, so I get it. They got to put him with somebody, and they're trying to rekindle the Shawn and Diesel thing from 93, 94 with those guys. I get it, but just bad booking, I think. Definitely shouldn't have taken it off AJ.
Did you enjoy the match, though? Overall, what was your – if you had to grade this match, how would you grade this match?
It was a very good match. Very good match overall, but I would say probably a 7 out of 10. 70% I would give it. But the thing is, the ending just destroyed it. It just destroyed it. The wrong ending. You got a guy that's 7'5" tall, that's a monster, that would rip the head off of Riddle and throw it out into the audience, and you got him losing to Riddle on his little scooter. That's ridiculous. He could have fed that scooter to Riddle. I was disappointed.
All right, well, so we have a few more comments that are rolling in here. We have, so Nicholas Burnett is actually here. So hello, Nicholas. How's it going? He says that he has shared it also. And OE Sheets is actually in here, and he says, I knew Randy and Riddle was going to take it since they got back together. And I
kind of figured that.
almost probably all of us knew that they were going to win it.
Yeah.
Once they got back together, I think everybody knew that. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just, it was
Yeah.
my feeling. So
we know
Mess-
Randy's in that picture too, where Randy could actually ultimately get right up there, even towards where Cena and Flair's at too. With Randy's amount of championships, he's another guy that shouldn't be in the tag title picture.
Oh, AJ,
Yeah.
AJ Styles or Randy? I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying.
Randy Orton.
Or both?
Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Randy Orton.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And
He's what?
so
13
we have.
13 time or 14 time
Yes.
champion.
He's
I
at
think 14
13. 13
yeah.
and 14.
So we have a few other comments. So Christy Wilson is saying, I enjoyed the match, but I found myself feeling bad for Dragon Viper, which comes to you, Dragon Viper, because you feel the same way as William Hudson, okay? You're in here talking about how you can't stand RK Bro, and I get it, okay? I get it. But you're the founder and the president of the fan club. But
Yes, yes.
but anyways, tell me, what'd you think of the match overall?
Oh man, I thought it was a good match, but I have to agree with Will on this. I mean, Randy Orton is a top star. AJ Styles is a top star. I mean, I could see an AJ Omos thing. It's like what he said. I agree. It's like Kevin Nash, Big Day, Cole Diesel, and Shawn Michaels kind of thing, but Randy Orton is a top star. To put him alongside some dork like Riddle, it's blasphemy. It's ridiculous. And then to give them the tag titles is even more ridiculous. And oh my God, no! I liked the match. I didn't like the fact that Omos didn't have much to do with it. But no, to give them the tag titles was just it hurts my head. Overall, it was a good match all in all, but I did not like that Randy and Riddle won it. So
the next comment we have is from Lou. She's out here saying, "Please, someone run over Riddle." Like she's just talking about how bad she wants somebody to run over Riddle.
Yes.
And then we have Sam Stapp. So Sam Stapp is coming on saying that Omos needs work.
Yeah.
And
he does.
You know what? He does.
Yeah.
He needs work, but he's going to be one of those top stars. He'll get there because of his size, and we know that Vince McMahon likes bigger guys. Like that's what he likes, and so Omos fits the mold of what Vince likes. But mess around. I'm going to go to you on this one. What was your thoughts on this match?
RK Bro, dude, yes, I'm so excited. I love it. I don't understand how nobody doesn't like Riddle. The guy's funny and charismatic. How do you not like the guy? He's great.
Ooh.
He's a dork.
Mute your mic. Shut. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. I'm just happy they got it. I'm glad. I'm gonna get me and my little son here at RK Bro shirt for sure.
RK Bro. Okay, Crispy Bacon, what was your thoughts on this match?
That was a good match. I would have thought Omos was going to be more of a factor, because, like you said, of his size, but it was a good match overall. I think we kind of figured that, RK Bro was going to win when they reunited the night before, a couple nights before. I mean, overall, it was a good match, I thought.
Yeah, so I agree that it was a good match. Will, the one thing I agree with you on, Will, was just the ending to me. It's just something about the ending that it just kind of ruined it. I think that they could have had definitely a better ending to it than what they did, because it just, I don't know, it just didn't sit well. But Big B.
It's like the ref told them, hey, it's time to go
Yeah.
home, and they just put it together real fast, and it was over.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. It's just something about it. More creativeness would have been way better. But Big B, how about you?
No, I like the match, and I mean, Will's made a great points that Randy Orton and AJ Styles both should not be in tag team picture title matches. I mean, AJ is phenomenal. I mean, but outside of that, I mean, it was a great match. The ending, I'm with you guys, kind of threw me for a loop a little bit, and part of me thought maybe Omos might turn on AJ, just the way he's been acting the last few weeks. Kind of get sick of AJ a little bit, but we'll see where it goes. There is a good rumor here that Palmer posted that he's heard that they wanted AJ to drop the title because Joe's pushing for him to come down to NXT. So that might be a stretch there. I don't know. I can't see them taking AJ off of SmackDown.
No.
So,
I don't know, Will. What do you think about that rumor? Do you really think that AJ Styles would drop down to NXT? I don't think so.
Well, here's the thing. Nothing surprises me these days, but I think it would be a huge mistake for WWE to do that. But nothing surprises me, and they like to use these older guys and put them down to build their new talent, and they want a total restructure of NXT. They've got Shawn Michaels down there building it from the back. They've got Triple H down there overseeing it. It would make perfect sense to have AJ down there overseeing it and helping build the young talent. That's what AJ wants. AJ's only got a couple years left on his career, and that's what AJ wants to do. He wants to help build the future of wrestling. But from a fan standpoint, it would be awful because you want to see AJ get up there and compete for the world championships. Now, I hope Omos doesn't have plans to turn on AJ, character-wise, because I think Omos would probably launch AJ across the arena. But,
Yeah.
I could definitely see the possibility.
Yeah.
I could see the possibility of AJ going down there and working with Samoa Joe and helping. Who would ever thought Shawn Michaels would be down there leading it? Ever since Dusty passed away, you don't have strong leadership in NXT like you used to. If you go back in time and you look at the power plant and you look at some of the guys, Jody Hamilton, the Sarge, and some of the other guys that built huge talent at the power plant in WCW, they turned out some tremendous talents. Mick Foley, Kevin Nash, Bill Goldberg, DDP, and so on and so forth from those things. If we're worried about the future of WWE right now, if we're worried about the future, then you've got to use top guys like AJ, like Samoa Joe, people like that who have had talent all over the world in championships to build. And same thing with Shawn Michaels, potentially the greatest in-ring performer of all time.
All right. So thank you for that. So we do have a comment that's coming in from my wife who says she can't wait to see Randy Orton riding a scooter down to the ring because she thinks it's definitely coming. But Sarge, we have you left. So with you, what do you think of this match?
I really enjoyed the match. The ending was kind of okay. One thing about Omos, he's a lot better than the Giant Gonzalez. That's what I will give him right now. That one. But like my favorite part of the match is like when Matt Riddle was on the floor, then AJ Styles did some backflip off of the apron onto Riddle with that. I thought that was my favorite part of the match right there. And to be honest, Dragon Viper, I cannot get what Randy Orton is wearing on his face. That facial hair does not fit him. I'm sorry, man. But Arcade Bro!
Yeah. Arcade Bro! All right, so Chris, why don't you lead us on into that next match, huh?
All right, let's see. 1 second. I believe the next... it's coming up. Hold on. The next match would be Alexa Bliss taking on Eva Marie and Alexa with Doudrop, and Alexa Bliss wins.
Winning the match. Yeah, so when we talk about Alexa Bliss and Eva Marie, they finally gave an Alexa Bliss a win. They finally let her pick up a victory. But I've heard a lot of things, and Will, I'm going to start out with you on this one too, but I've actually heard a lot of people who said they actually could have scrapped this match, and they could have scratched and they could have
Sasha, the Sasha Banks and
No. They were saying that they could have scrapped this match, and they could have scrapped the Miz and Morrison with the whole water thing, and they could have made the Becky Lynch and Belair match a lot longer. But we're going to go ahead and hit on this match and just talk about the Alexa and Eva Marie match. So, Will, I'll start out with you. What'd you think of this match?
Awful. Absolutely awful. Total time waste. There was no point. You know, you're pushing Alexa. I get it. There's so much more you could do with her. You're wasting her time with this Eva crap, and with the Doudrop thing. Go ahead and have Doudrop beat Eva down. They had her, there at the end, tell her what's up. But get over that, get past it. Have Eva do her thing in the ring with Doudrop and let Doudrop squash her. I'm good with that. Alexa, total waste. Huge talent, total waste. Could have not even had the match. Pointless.
All right, so if you had to grade this match, what do you grade it?
2.
2. Okay. Wow, very low. Okay. Sarge, I'll go to you on this one. What do you think?
This match doesn't even get a grade from me. I'm sorry. It was just horrible. The only thing that I was really seeing is Doudrop and Eva breakup coming here very shortly, and that's all I gotta say. It was how many chances is Eva gonna get? That's all I'm gonna ask on that one.
Yeah, because you see her there, but you see all this other talent that is getting cut. People like Peyton Royce and Ruby Riott, and and divas like that, who I'm like, really? But you're gonna keep Eva Marie, but you're gonna cut these two. And so we actually have a comment from Stephen Coleman, who's saying that he doesn't buy the Alexa gimmick without Bray Wyatt. He feels like the Alexa gimmick was way better when she was actually partnering with Bray Wyatt. And you know what? I can kind of agree with that too. But Dragon Viper, I'll jump to you on this one. What do you think of this?
I agree. This match was terrible. I don't see the reason behind it. Eva Marie definitely cannot wrestle. It was definitely a time filler because there was no point behind this match. They were trying to build a storyline up, and it wasn't long enough for the story to take effect and make it better. But Eva Marie just can't wrestle. There is no point behind this match. And it was terrible. Alexa Bliss is a better wrestler. She needs to be up there towards the championship. She doesn't need to be down there, in low card with Eva Marie, at all. So it was terrible.
Yeah, so Imy's out here saying that she loves what Doudrop did after the match by just saying that the loser of the match was Eva Marie. So she feels
Yeah.
like Doudrop is going to end up turning on Eva Marie, which I think that we might all, agree with that at some point. But Mess Around, what was your thoughts on this match? You're on
My
mute.
thoughts,
There you go.
the only reason this match was any good is because it had eye candy. Eva Marie and Alexa Bliss. Something nice to look at. Other than that,
Mm-hmm.
You count nothing. All right. Crispy Bacon, this one comes to you.
Yeah, or not even Marie. Alexa Bliss is talented. Eva Marie's not. I mean, they could have done something different with this matchup, but I mean, I'm glad Alexa Bliss won.
All right. Big B.
Yeah,
you guys realize they released Santana Garrett, who was a phenomenal wrestler who could have got in there and done a great job with Alexa, right? But instead they had there. So sorry, Big B.
No, you're fine, bud.
No,
I mean,
you're good.
some of the women that they've have released this year could have done a better job than Eva Marie. I mean, like Messerow said, the best thing going was the eye candy, and if any match needed to last 30 seconds, it was this one. I mean, this one shouldn't have gone that far. And I was going to do my Viper impression, but I didn't really care for the match either. So I was going to go on the opposite side, but I didn't really care for the match. So
well, but this is where I definitely agree with Will on this one. Is that Alexa Bliss is like a champion talent. She deserves to be in the title picture, and it's been so long since she's actually been there. I was just glad that they finally gave her a victory because like every match that she's been in, they've been short or she's lost them just for some stupid reason, or she's just been taken out of the match after like 30 seconds. You're like, wow, you don't even really get to see her wrestle. So,
I think this is her second victory in a row.
Yeah,
She won,
but it's
I mean,
this whole
first on
Eva Marie
pay-per-view.
thing. But I'm just saying it's this whole Eva Marie thing that's just not. It's just not clicking. It's just not right. So I don't know. She needs to be with some better competition. Somebody like maybe like a Sasha Banks or
Santina Morella.
Santina Morella, yeah.
No, not Santina.
Santina Morella. So Lou is actually asking why can't they bring Nikki and Alexa back together, and Nikki be like the Lily doll. You know?
I can't see Nikki
That's
as Lily.
rumored. It's rumored though.
It's been a rumor that multiple people could have been Lily, but it's never happened.
I can't see Nikki as Lily, honestly. I mean, she started this new superhero gimmick, but yet they're not going to start this up and everything else, and then her turn into Lily. I don't see that.
All right, and even Oe Sheets agrees with you, Will. He also says that Alexa she's a champion talent, so she definitely needs to be up there on top too. But all right, Chris, why don't you body slam us into that next match?
Okay, the next matchup is going to be Damian Priest taking on Sheamus for the WWE United States Championship, and Damian Priest is your new champion who defeated Sheamus.
Your new United States champion, Damian Priest. Will, take this away. What was your thoughts on this match? Are you happy that Damian Priest is finally a champion?
No. It was a good match, and I'm glad that they got that U.S. title off Sheamus to hopefully push him to a higher picture later. But no, I don't think Sheamus losing the belt to Damian was a good idea. I'm a Sheamus fan. I think Sheamus has a lot of talent. He could be a world champion. And overall, I'd give the match probably a good solid 8. It was a good match, but I'm disappointed.
So with Damian, your problem is that Damian Priest won it, like won the belt. You felt like it could have been somebody else.
Yeah, I think Sheamus is a world champion contender. I feel like, they needed to take it off of him a different way, maybe a 3-way match, maybe a 4-way match, something like that. I don't think you left a lot of room for Sheamus to now branch out and go for a world championship, because you just showed that this rookie, this up-and-comer, Damian, has defeated him. How can you make it believable for him to go against a Lashley or a Roman Reigns now? It's going to take him a while to rebuild that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Sarge, what do you think on this one?
I'm torn. I'm kind of like with Will on this one. I'm glad that Damian Priest won. I just don't know if the timing was quite right for it, but at the same time, I'm glad he has the title. I'm glad the title is off of Sheamus, so hopefully he gets that tan and goes up to the World Championship title. So that's where I'm at with that. It was a great match. Damian Priest is missing Bad Bunny still. I think I enjoyed it. Bring Bad Bunny back, and I'll give this a match like a 10 out of 10 if that would have been.
Oh wow! Well, I will say this was definitely one of the matches of the night. If not the match, it was close to it. But I think that there was one match that we'll talk about later that I actually enjoyed a little bit better, and I hope you guys did too. But anyway, Dragon Viper, go ahead and take it away.
No, I really like Damian Priest. I really do. He is phenomenal. He moves in the ring really well for as big as he is. I actually was hoping he'd win a title right now. I mean, it could be a little soon, but I actually like the fact he won the title. Now that way, it's like what Will said. Now Sheamus can go on to, the bigger picture, go up for championship, higher championship, and let Damian Priest be, the U.S. champ for a while. He's up and coming. It may be a little early, but I think he's phenomenal as an athlete, and he will continue to be phenomenal. So wonderful job for Damian Priest. I was hoping for it, and it happened. So great job for him.
All right, mess around, Dave. This one comes to you. What was your thoughts?
I think it was
I didn't watch this match, so I'm gonna let Dave tell you all about it.
so I think one of the good parts about this match was the story behind how Damian Priest took off the mask, and after I saw that, I knew it was over.
Oh,
Yeah.
And still, I think the Reckoning is the best cutter in WWE.
There you have it.
All right, there you have it. So crispy bacon.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that statement of once the mask came off, I think it was kind of over. It looked like at first Sheamus had the lead over Damian Priest, but I'm just glad it kind of switched hands in the titles with someone different.
All right, so before I get to Big B, we have a few comments that are rolling in here. The first one is from Christy Wilson, who's saying that she loved the match because Damian Priest is awesome. Hi, Miss, and if I said your name, I'm sorry, but I think that's how you say your name. Will, you say his name quite a bit, right? Is that how you say his name?
Jemias?
Yeah, Jemias. Yes, Jemias. He says, did anyone else see the Cena WWE stole CM Punk shirt design?
I heard something about that.
I didn't see that yet, but
Yeah,
all
the
right.
Super Mario Brothers 3 design.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, it's
So
all over
there's
Facebook.
All right, and then Christy Wilson saying that Damian Priest has been doing fine without Bad Bunny, and then Amy saying, do you think that The Miz is going to go after Damian for the title?
No.
Maybe.
I think he's going to go after Morrison before that.
Yeah.
Maybe we could potentially see a feud right there.
Depends on the zombies.
Big B,
Yeah.
go ahead and talk about this match really quick.
I think Will nailed it. I mean,
Zombies.
I like Priest and I like Sheamus, and Sheamus should be in the title picture. It was probably the wrong time, and I think we all agree on that Priest wins it. I thought it might have been a 3-way dance, and then Priest would win it by pinning Ricochet or somebody, and then you still leave Sheamus strong. So, like Will said, now you got to build up Sheamus to be that tough guy again, and him beating Damian Priest, unless there's a rematch and Sheamus gets the title back. But I'd like to see what they're going to do with Damian Priest and see how they build Sheamus again.
No, I think a rematch is coming. I mean, Will,
Yeah.
don't you see a rematch coming right now? I mean, definitely a rematch is coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, especially with Extreme Rules, I think you'll see something pretty good out of that. But I mean, it's still going to take a while to rebuild him, and that's the problem. Is you build these characters just like they built the Fiend, and then you just drop them on their head. Look at WrestleMania this year. The Fiend was so strong going into it, lost to Orton, and now he's gone.
Yeah, because the weird part was that he lost to Randy Orton just by one RKO, and it used to take him so much to lose the match, but it took him one RKO and he lost, and then he was gone.
Yeah, how
All
many
right.
spears from the legendary Goldberg did he take?
Yeah.
Right, a lot, right, a lot. He took a lot. All right, Crispy Bacon, go ahead and
Did
take
somebody
us
say
into
Goldberg?
that next one.
Goldberg.
Goldberg again. He said Goldberg again.
All right, the next matchup is the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, taking on the Mysterios, Ray and Dominic, and the Usos won the match, taking home the SmackDown Men's Tag Team Championship.
So I think we all might be in agreement here that the Usos were going to win. And Will, the one thing that I said before this match started, what I thought, for some reason, I thought that Dominic was going to actually turn on Rey Mysterio. So I said it before it started. I said that the Usos were going to win, but Dominic was going to turn on Rey. And it ended up, I was wrong. He did not turn on Rey. But your thoughts overall, Will, on this match, what do you think? And did you actually think that Dominic was going to turn on Rey?
Yes, I did. But I think overall as a match, it was a good match. I don't think it was going any other way but the Usos. I don't think you can really do anything right now to take their heat away. And, it's just the way it is. Maybe Extreme Rules, you see a turn with Dominic on Rey. But overall, again, the Usos are very strong right now.
Yeah.
It's the bloodline. I'm telling you, it's that flat out bloodline that they call it. I'm still waiting for the time for Uso to turn on the Usos to turn on Roman. I don't know if it's coming, but at some point, I don't know. I keep thinking at some point it's gonna happen, but maybe not. But Dragon Viper, let's roll it to you.
Yeah, I thought it was an okay match. I actually did think that with what's been going on with Rey and Dominic, that Dominic actually would turn on Rey. So I was one of those that did think that. Overall, it was a good match, and I'm glad the Usos kept the titles. So since Dominic is not wrestle, he can't wrestle. I'm just gonna say it. He can't wrestle still. So.
All right, so we have a few more comments that are rolling in here. Jemiah says, I so wanted Big E to cash in. He's long overdue to be champion. I think we should have been he should have been champ before Kofi. We'll get into that in a little bit. Amy says, Big B, nice background. I just noticed that you have a Goldberg background. I didn't see that until now. And then
Good job.
Owie Sheets.
I love it.
Owie Sheets is saying, I like the Usos as a tag team instead of them on their own. I think that's been kind of the big thing. Like, people love the Usos. I think that's one tag team that you probably won't see split up. And then
No.
Jemiah also says it seems like they can't mention Dominic without bringing up Eddie. At least that's how it seems to me. So, I mean, it's kind of true when you think about it. Whenever you see Dominic Mysterio, they always throw Eddie into the mix pretty much every time you hear his name. Sarge, what did you think of this match?
It was a good match, but I'm kind of with Dragon Viper on it. Like, I'm not a big Dominic fan, and I thought he was gonna finally turn on Ray, but I wonder if they're gonna save it for Friday night because now they're in the battles with AEW, with all that stuff. So I don't got much to say. It was pretty easy to tell what was gonna happen.
All right, Will, it looked like you were going to say something. Were you trying to say something?
No, go ahead.
All right. Mess around.
I love the match. The Uso Penitentiary, baby. That's all I gotta say. I love the ending with the double super kick and then the frog splash off top rope for the win. I love the match. The Usos are, they're never gonna break up.
Yeah, they won't. It's the old bloodline. All right, Crispy Bacon.
Yeah, it was a good match. I was hoping for the Mysterios to win, but I kind of picked the Usos to win overall because the matchup seemed more favorable. But I was hoping for the Mysterios to win, bring back the titles to their family. So,
All right, and then, of course, last but not least, Big B.
I mean, we all thought. I mean, I know, Ace, you said that you thought Dominic was going to turn. I kind of did too. I think they missed the call-in on that, though, when they were doing the whole Murphy thing. I think he could have turned on him there. So I don't know if he's going to turn on him. Usos definitely aren't going to split up. They're going to be a tag team forever. I thought it was a great match. I could have saw either team winning it. I'm okay with the Usos winning it to keep that bloodline head of the table stable going. So I give it a solid 7 if I had to.
All right, so a few comments we have here. And, Will, I'm going to ask you about this just to see if you kind of agree with this because we've talked about it before. And when it comes to Dominic Mysterio, a lot of our problems with Dominic Mysterio is that he did not have to spend his time in NXT like most guys do. He just kind of got called to the main roster. So do you think that that's part of why people kind of dislike Dominic Mysterio in a way?
Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely. And it's just like Rocky Maivia in 1996. Vince McMahon, JR couldn't figure out why the fans couldn't stand Rocky Maivia, but, he got crammed down the fans' throats. Same thing with Dominic Mysterio. One thing I was going to say earlier, but I stopped so somebody else could talk, was, it keeps getting mentioned that, every time they're wrestling, Eddie Guerrero gets mentioned. Well, Eddie Guerrero's passing was such a major blow for WWE back in 2005 that nobody ever really got over it. There's been a lot of other deaths throughout time in wrestling that you don't hear anything about that were horrible, but nobody ever got over Eddie. Eddie was such a great guy behind the stage, and everybody loved him so much personally that all the way up to Vince, nobody ever got over it. So that's why they do what they can to keep Eddie's memory alive. And when you do see Ray's really the last link to Eddie. Dean Malenko's gone, Benoit's gone, Jericho's gone. All these other guys that were linked to Eddie are gone, either on another show or passed away or whatever it may be. So that's why when you see Ray, they get that opportunity to mention Eddie, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
mm-mm.
Well, see, and the thing also is it's just not Dominic. You have Sasha Banks who does the frog splash like Eddie, and there's a couple stars out there that actually do something that deals with Eddie's name coming up, and it is to keep him going in the spotlight and keep his memory going. So.
All right, so one of the next comments we have is that it's Jemiah saying, I've been hearing rumors that Ray and Dominic want to reform the LWO.
No.
No,
No.
I don't hear it.
I mean, if they do, but I don't see it.
Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts on that? The LWO.
Before he does that, he needs to get better.
Yeah.
Yes. Before Dominic does anything big, he does need to get better.
He needs to flow like Dragon Viper's hair. That's what he needs.
Should
All right. All right. Chris, roll us into that next one.
It's probably the surprise match of the night is the Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's title. And very quickly, Becky Lynch wins the title within like 27 seconds.
All right. So, Will, I was watching your live feed tonight, and you said that this quick match was going to work out perfectly, correct? That's kind of what you were saying in your live feed. So, you can kind of let everybody know exactly why you think this one worked out perfectly.
Well, I think that, they had the plan of we got to get it on Becky. We got to make this big pop. There's a lot going on in the wrestling world, and Becky's return is one of those big things. Everybody loves Becky and all that. But the problem with all the buildup and the great things you're doing for Becky and for the fans is you've just destroyed the legitimacy of Bianca as your champion, and that sucks. But you also have the Bianca's never faced Becky, so she wasn't ready, and now she'll be ready, and then you'll have some good matches out of that. But overall, from a character standpoint, yeah, they made her squash Belair, and that's the wrong thing to do. But from the kayfabe standpoint, it makes sense, and you're going to get some serious matches out of that. And Belair can go. And Becky can go, and they're going to put on some shows for you, and you're going to see some matches come out of those two that are going to be better than any of these main events we've seen lately out of the men. So,
Oh wow, good call.
All right. So, Christy Wilson is saying, I'm a huge Becky fan. I was so happy that she came back, but I felt that WWE did Bianca really dirty. So that's actually what I'm hearing.
That.
A lot of people are complaining how quick the match was. But Will, it's just like you said that too. I've also heard that people are saying the reason for it is simply due to the fact that Bianca can come out and be like, I wasn't prepared for Becky. I was prepared for Sasha. All the studying I did was for Sasha, not on Becky. So that's why it went so fast. And so I think that you can have that build up and turn it into something great, and potentially a triple threat match.
I can see that happening.
well, and it gives Bianca that natural heel turn. You don't have to slowly turn her heel. She naturally is a heel turn when she goes against Becky. Nobody's going to cheer for Bianca going against Becky. So it's a natural heel turn.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. All right, Sarge, what was your thoughts on this?
I have to agree they did Bianca dirty, but understand it as well. And I just gotta say, Will just answered for me, so thank you.
All right, Dragon Viper.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence on this one because, on one sense, when you're looking at Becky's standpoint, she's coming in after a year and a half of being out. She comes in, they have this big, huge return for her, and just to, have such a very short match with, what was it, like 2 hits, and she's champion. I thought, in my opinion, that was kind of a great return that ended poorly in the booking sense on that. On the other hand, I don't like Bianca. I never have, but I did kind of feel bad for her that
You're jealous.
Oh, please.
Hater.
But I kind of feel bad for her because of the fact that she did lose her title so fast in a match that she didn't even expect. But it's like I said with Becky, they made a great comeback. They hyped it up as she was, showing up in the ring, and then all of a sudden it's just like that's it. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence in that one. I feel bad for Becky because she expected this long-awaited return. Everybody was excited to see her, and then all of a sudden, 2 hits, she was done. She was champion, and then I feel bad for Belair only because, it was quick when you expected an actual match. So
Originally, though, Becky Lynch actually wasn't supposed to come back until October. But then WWE found out last week that Sasha could not make it to SummerSlam. So they reached out to Becky and got her to push it up, which I still have not heard why Sasha was not there, but I'm pretty sure it's COVID related.
It is.
Oh, wow.
It's COVID related.
That's kind of what I figured. I figured it had to be somewhere around there.
That does make sense, though.
They were actually going to pull the match together, all together, and have neither one of them go into there. But Bianca cleared, Sasha didn't. So that was the initial thing. So.
All right, mess around. This one comes to you. What was your thoughts?
Listen, I thought the reason they had Becky won, good for her. She won, great. She just came back, so they obviously had to be quick because you don't know how long she can go just getting back. So that's probably why it was so quick. And the other reason everybody else mentioned, so they can start the feud. And she said she wasn't prepared, but I was disappointed with how quick it went, especially with the ending. She lost off a manhandle slam, really. So
yeah, it was just a quick slam and it was over, just like that. It was like the more interesting thing I've seen. I was expecting to hit some kind of finish or something, but it was just like it was over just like that. And I'm like, man, that was just crazy. All right, what's he got here? Goldberg. Ruin his Goldberg. Gotta give me crap on the Goldberg. All right, Crispy Bacon, what'd you think?
No, it was a good match. I'm glad Becky's back. Originally, it was going to be, Sasha versus Bianca. Then it was going to be Carmella versus Bianca Belair. And then I saw Bianca's like, this is not what I signed up for. No. And I'm like, well, whoever's going to be the opponent, she's probably not going to win. Bianca's not going to win. And I did hear rumors and, that the match was going to be pulled. And, everybody's mad that they kept building up Sasha versus Bianca. And it never happened. But it was a good match, I thought. Quick, but good.
All right, Big B.
I guess it was probably the most entertaining 27 seconds that we saw. I mean, we know why Viper's jealous of Belair because she's got better hair than him.
At least
that's fine. I don't care. But outside of that, I mean, Becky coming back, I was shocked when I saw it. I mean, it was Carmel. They're getting ready to fight. Then Becky Lynch's music hits, and so I figured, once she came out, I was like, okay, maybe a triple threat match, and then I didn't expect it to last 27 seconds or however long it lasted. But put the title on Becky is good. I mean, again, now what are they going to do with Belair? I don't know if Belair will be a heel turn. Maybe it'll be a face versus face, or maybe Becky will kind of be the Austin type like she was before she left. So we'll see where that goes. I hope they do build up matches. I think Will nailed it that those two could probably put on some phenomenal matches. So,
oh yeah, definitely. So I do believe, and Chris, you can tell me if I'm wrong about this, but I do believe that the next match was the Seth Rollins and Edge match. I do believe. And I'll tell you
it
what.
was actually Drew McIntyre versus.
Oh,
Jinder
correct.
Mahal.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre. That match. The Drew McIntyre.
Can we skip that match?
Skip that match. Wow.
Skip.
Unless our guest wants to talk about it, I mean,
no, we have to talk about it. It's part of SummerSlam, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not a fan of Drew McIntyre. I'm not a fan of Jinder Mahal. I don't know. To me, the match was just weird, but we all
Yeah.
knew Drew McIntyre was going to win. It's just weird that they had him going up against Drew McIntyre. But anyways, Will, go ahead and take this away.
It was just a waste of time. They should have had Heath Slater come out there and reform the 3-man band and gone on the whole thing. So, waste of time. Everybody needed a break to go get a drink and some popcorn or whatever, and that's when they put this on. So,
This is our intermission match.
Well,
Yes.
there was no way. Yeah, there was no way that Drew McIntyre was not going to win this match. There was just no way, because Drew McIntyre is another guy that WWE is just trying to push down everybody's throat. That I've just never been a huge fan of Drew McIntyre. I don't know what it is. I'm still not. Like, there's so many people who like this guy, but I'm like, I just don't like him. It's just something about him I just don't like. But
you should be
Go ahead,
you should
Will.
be me trying to sell his autographs and his book and stuff.
is it hard?
Very.
I would imagine it would be.
Yeah, very, very hard. I
Can't give it away.
honestly didn't even know at first that Drew McIntyre had a book. To be perfectly honest, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna say, does anybody actually want his autograph? Like, really?
No.
You don't count.
No.
oh,
Oh, really?
oh,
Oh wow.
I want it.
oh, of course you do. Well, guess what, Will? It sounds like you might have a buyer, Dragon Viper, because he's saying he wants the book. So,
It's about time.
so you may have a book. But Sarge, go ahead and take this away.
Do I really have to?
Yeah.
Yes.
Get him, Sarge.
So, yeah. So I think we're gonna see Jinder a few more times. I really do. I don't know how to explain this match. This match was bad. I didn't like it whatsoever. And Stephen Coleman, he says he missed Jinder's title reign. I don't, because that was one of the down points of WWE. I did not want to watch it whatsoever. But I don't know. It was bad. I didn't like it. Popcorn. Give me some popcorn.
So, well, yeah, which Oe Sheets though is saying that the match was too fast to get your popcorn. It was over just like that. So you tried to get your popcorn, but it was over. And Will, it sounds like you might have another buyer because Christy Wilson is up here saying that she would buy Drew's book. So
All right, start a bidding war.
Hey,
Right
reach
now,
out.
let's go.
Reach out. This is good. We got the extra chapter.
Get your
We got
checkbook
the
out.
extra chapter.
Dragon
Guys, reach
Viper.
out.
I haven't heard a claim yet, so
Okay.
$20 claim.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now, Christy, I don't know if you heard, but Will said it has the extra chapter in there. It's got the extra chapter.
Ooh. Notice.
Interesting.
is it to wipe your butt with?
Yeah, so there you go. but anyways, mess around, Dave. What did you think?
Anybody here that we want gender chance? No,
I
me
did not
either.
know.
I didn't. I have one thing.
No, nobody cares about this match. Nobody wanted to see it. I'm glad it went quick, fast.
I have one thing to say to both of these men in the future. You're fired.
Exactly.
You're fired.
Both
Okay,
fired.
so Crispy Bacon, please
Yeah.
tell me you didn't like this
That
match.
little guy is smart.
I
I like
think
that
he's
little guy.
Me.
I didn't watch much of it. I kind of figured Drew McIntyre would win. It was kind of
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad anyway. So, yeah. Big B.
Yeah, I painted a wall just so I could watch it dry, and that was probably more entertaining, you know. So
Goldberg.
we all figured that Drew was going to win. I mean, maybe by DQ. I didn't think it was going to be a clean win, but Drew's gonna have to get a couple guys, and we're gonna have to see some kind of 6-man tag here. But I don't know what they could do with this feud or rivalry or whatever.
No,
Throw Viper in it.
So Stephen Coleman is saying, I think I'd like Jinder's title reign because that's the last time I remember there being a champ that had to BS his way to the win. I'd rather see a screwed finish than a Superman punch three times, but that's just me. So,
I agree.
I totally agree with that too. That's why I've never been a huge fan of Roman Reigns either. I've just never
100%
been a fan of him either.
So can we just put the title back on Jinder and just take it off of Reigns?
No,
I'd be okay with
Charlotte Flair
No.
is great. Charlotte Flair is great, but
no.
so we have a question here, Will. It's coming in the comments. Somebody's asking, how much is the starting price of the book?
$10.
Sold.
$10.
Sold. I'll take it.
Hey! Wait! Barry, you got to buy your shirt first before you can get the book.
I've already set up to where I'm buying the shirt.
Okay.
So I still have $10. I can.
All right.
Well, it looks like you sold the book there, Will.
Hey, sounds good.
And you know what, Dragon Viper? I just think you made his day because he's like, dang, I finally got rid of this dang thing.
Now he has to find a new paperweight.
He's like, now I know how to use it to wipe my butt.
No.
This is great. All right, so now I believe that the next one was the Seth and Edge match, which I consider this actually. It's
The
not.
next one, no, it's Charlotte Flair
Oh, you're
versus
right, the
Nikki
triple
Ash
threat.
versus Rhea Ripley.
Oh,
Women's Raw title.
Oh,
no.
that's
And
right.
Charlotte won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did through another
Charlotte
one.
Flair. She is the opportunity. As much as you guys talk bad about Charlotte Flair, I'll tell you, she is phenomenal. She's
Nobody
great.
cares. Nobody cares.
She's so skilled.
No one. I
She's
don't
so
see
skilled.
anyone.
But Will, go ahead and take this away.
Yeah, so bad call, really bad call, putting the belt on Charlotte. I think Charlotte is probably going to go down as the greatest women's wrestler, at least of this time period. But really bad call. You just put it on Nikki. You totally wasted the Money in the Bank doing this whole thing. There's just no reason at this point to put it on Charlotte. I wanted to personally see Rhea take the belt back and move forward. There's a lot you could do. I think the reason they put it on Charlotte is because they have the draft coming up, and they're going to do a lot of mixing up, and you're going to move some people around. Rhea's probably going to go to SmackDown. I think that's the whole point.
I
But
hope not.
horrible booking. They should have left it on Nikki, or it should have gone to Rhea. Definitely not Charlotte. My opinion. Great match, though.
Is the draft gonna be in October or this
It's
August?
October, I think.
Okay.
All right, so Sarge, go ahead and take it away.
I can see Charlotte Flair beating her dad's. I can see Charlotte Flair winning the championship 17 times. The way the rate she's been going, because every time she's in that championship match, guess who wins? Charlotte. I'm with Will on this one. I think it was. They should have left the title on Nikki or Rhea with that one, because I don't see Nikki getting another title shot with anytime soon with that, and I just didn't like that call on that. But I know we give Charlotte Flair a lot of flack and everything else, but she can perform. That's what I can say about that.
All right, Dragon Viper, go ahead, because I know you're so ecstatic about Charlotte Flair winning the match.
Oh my God. I've said this. She has talent. She has a load amount of talent, but she has about as much talent as her ego, if not more ego. Did she need to win the title? No. Rhea or Nikki should have kept it, because we all know that the people who like Charlotte think that she's one of the greatest of all time in this time frame. So why would they want to give it back to Charlotte? I mean, Nikki or Rhea should have won it. It was ridiculous that Charlotte won it, and you know, bad booking, bad. You know, Charlotte. I say this all the time. Charlotte needs to go away. Bye, Charlotte. Go away. You know, they need to do something with Charlotte and gang her out of the title picture. I didn't care for this match only because of the fact that Charlotte won when Rhea or Nikki should have won it. So I don't care for it much.
Charlotte's the GOAT. But anyways, that's around Dave.
He's a sick goat with rabies.
I agree with Chrissy Wilson. Charlotte wins again. Somebody put me out of my misery.
Yes.
Seriously, like, I mean, we were talking about it in the group chat about who we thought was going to win. I said Charlotte, only because when does she not win when she's in a title match? 9 times out of 10 when she's in a title match, she's going to win.
Which she's not getting.
That says Rhea should be champ.
Yes.
Yes.
I'd
I have
rather have
one
Rhea
thing-
than yeah.
So Rhea should be champ. But I think a lot of people think that either Rhea should be champ or Nikki should have retained because they did not give Nikki Ash a long title reign. So a lot of people think that Money in the Bank win that she got was kind of a waste because
It was.
she did win the title, but it wasn't like a lengthy run. So it was just a short one. But Crispy Bacon, what do you think?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping Nikki Ash would win. I mean, I would like to see what she would have done if she retained and kept the title. I mean, it was great she cashed in again on Charlotte. That was like her third time getting cashed in on. But overall, the match was good. It was entertaining. I just wish Nikki would have won it. I think she would have deserved it more.
All right, Big B.
Yeah, the match was good. I was disappointed that they gave it to Charlotte because, you know, with Flair rumored to be heading to the competitor and her fiance is already at the competitor, I figured they were going to try to punish Charlotte a little bit. And so I don't know what they're doing with Charlotte because, you know, are they going to reward her and try to make her the face and kind of stick it to her dad and her fiance or what? But I'm with you guys. Ash should have, or Nikki should have kept it, or Ripley should have won it, and then go from there. But I mean, outside that, it was a good match.
Look, I'm a Charlotte fan. She's
the
the
only
GOAT.
one.
She's the GOAT. But when it truly comes down to it, in all reality, yeah, Nikki should have had a lengthier run, definitely. But OE Sheets is saying that he doesn't agree bringing Rhea up and giving her a belt so fast. So, you know, if you remember, like, she won the belt in her first match, but there's been other people who have done that too, like Paige, her first night on Raw, she came out and won the belt too.
AJ Lee.
Yeah, so it's happened before.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're all in agreement that either Nikki should have won or Rhea should have reclaimed the title again. But I'm going to try this a third time now and say that I believe in that match.
And you would be correct. It is
Good.
Edge versus Seth.
Finally!
Only because you want to talk about it.
In Edge, because this is your match, isn't it?
Yes, because this was actually my favorite. I thought this was the best match of the night. I really did. Because I loved when the match first started, I immediately said I would love to see Edge come out in the Brood entrance. I wanted to see it so bad, and he did it, and I'm like, yes, that was awesome. You know why? Because I love Rollins because Dragon Viper, you want to embrace that vision. I know you do.
No.
And then Edge is just so great. I like to watch him too, but especially the Brood entrance. So, Will, what was your thoughts on the Brood entrance, and what was your thoughts on this match?
Brood entrance was truly exciting, especially if you're old enough to remember the Brood from way back when, which I am, of course.
Yep.
I was excited about that. I don't think they should have stopped it and changed the music midway. I think they should have just went with it. The match overall I thought was great. Definitely the best wrestling match of the night. All the false finishes and stuff was truly exciting. I think the right person won, and I think you set up a good Extreme Rules contest down the road in a few weeks between those two. You'll have like a best of 3 series, I think, but to ultimately project Edge towards the WWE Championship match.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it would have been really cool if they would have brought like Gangrel back for like one night and had,
I was just gonna say that.
I was gonna
and
say
had
too.
and had Gangrel walk out with Edge. That would have been the icing on the cake. That would have been
Yep.
freaking awesome. I would have loved to see that. It was already cool, but that would have put the fans over the edge, and I think the fans would have went crazy for that one. But Sarge, go ahead.
I mean, I got goosebumps like right at the beginning of this match because I thought this could be like a match of the year candidate and so forth. These two are great performers, and I mean, you can easily put them in your top 10 if need to be and so forth. But like when I just like how the pedigree happened. It was a cool style how it happened with that, and you know what, these two can perform, and I'm with Will. These two are not finished. We're going to see them one or two more times down the road.
And that is amazing, though, too, because I'll tell you, these guys can put on a match. Like, this is incredible. It was awesome. Dragon Viper, what was your thoughts?
Hey, Big B, I'm gonna say it. This was the match of the night, right there.
Oh,
It was it was amazing. I loved it. I mean, from the entrance to the bell, the ending bell, it was amazing. I agree with Ace. I love seeing Edge, come out with the Brood, music, and I would have loved to see Gangrel come out with him, but and continue until he got to the ring instead of stopping. I thought it was an amazing match. I would love to see them wrestle again. Just absolutely. And of course, I had to go for Edge because Edge, if it had to, if it came down to it, I had to come with, experience and who I thought was cooler, as a teenager. So I had to go with Edge. So, I'm glad Edge won, and just amazing match all around. So
I give it a 10. A 10.
I do. I give it a 10.
Yeah, absolutely. I give it a 10. All right, so mess around, Dave.
Oh my God, slobber knocker. That's what it was. Good old JR slobber knocker. I love the match. It was awesome. My favorite part, I don't know why nobody talks about it more, but when Rollins does the corkscrew Falcon Arrow, that's like my favorite move ever. I love that move, and I hate that he doesn't finish people with it.
It's awesome, though. It's okay.
Well,
the match was great. Huh?
And plus he used Edge used his old finishers too and old moves, so that was great too.
The Educator. He brought
Yep.
the Educator
Yeah.
back. That
Yep.
was awesome. The Educator. I'd love to see that. I'm like, yes, he really dug deep, pulled some old moves
He
out.
did.
I'm like, yes. This
Old
is really-
school.
This,
Well, he did
this
say
is
he was going to go to a dark place, so to speak. So
This is a match that was a long time coming that I'm glad we finally got to see because this was out there and it was spectacular. All right, Crispy Bacon.
yeah, it was a good match overall from the start to the finish. The entrance was awesome, and I'm glad Edge won. He
Yes.
deserved it.
Yes, match of the night. I agree. I totally agree with you on that, Will. All right, Big B.
yeah. I think the biggest thing was that they should have let Edge come out in full Brood gear and use the entrance from start to finish. I think instead of cutting back to the Edge new stuff. So
Rated R superstar.
I really think it was a match of the night. I can't believe that even Viper thought it was a match of the night. So even though his boy won the tag titles earlier. So
You just keep
Yeah, but
it up.
but let me ask you guys this: did you guys actually think so? When you first saw Edge, when he first came into WWE, did you guys actually think that Edge would be a big star like this?
No.
I seriously didn't think that Edge was going to be a big star. Will, I know. For me personally, when I first saw him in the Brood, I was like, okay, he's going to be decent, but he's not going to be like a huge star. What was your first thoughts on Edge? Did you think Edge was going to be a big star like he is?
No, I couldn't stand him. He was a jobber. He was a jobber. I couldn't stand the guy.
All right. So that was the match of the night that we said. A bunch of us gave it a 10. But now that we're away from the match of the night, now we can go into the next match, which was Goldberg.
Lashley. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was Goldberg
Bobby Lashley
versus
with
Bobby
MVP
Lashley.
versus Goldberg. And Bobby Lashley won.
I
WWE Championship.
I can't believe that I'm actually saying this, but in this match, even though I said Bobby Lashley was going to win, I was actually kind of all right. I can't say it, but anyway.
You felt bad.
Well, say it. Come on.
Don't do it.
I won't do
I know
it.
what he
Do
would
it.
say.
I won't say it. Deep
Don't
down,
do it.
I was kind of wanting to see Goldberg win it. I don't.
No,
know.
you're not.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
embrace the vision.
He
But
beat
deep
it
down
on air.
inside-
Oh my god.
But deep down, I was watching this, and I was like, I would be okay with Goldberg winning this one, but I don't even know why.
Somebody write that down. I don't believe it.
But the one thing is that's crazy about this match is that it actually went longer than 30 seconds. Like it was actually a match. It was actually a match for once.
Me and Chris actually talked about it. I was like, oh my God, it's longer.
Yeah, you're like, don't blink. It'll be quick.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, don't go to the
crazy.
bathroom. It'll be over. No problem.
Yeah.
All right, so Will, what was your thoughts on this match?
Overall, pretty good. I had thought that Goldberg would take it off of Lashley and then Big E would take it off of Goldberg. Obviously, that didn't happen, but the ending of it wasn't good. Apparently, WWE obviously has got Goldberg signed to a couple more dates because otherwise they wouldn't have ended it the way they did. So I think you'll see Goldberg coming back at least maybe Extreme Rules or a little after for another match with Lashley. I don't think it'll even be a title match. I think it'll just be I need to get my revenge against you kind of match. Poor ending. Somebody should have been victorious. My leg hurts. We better stop this match. That wasn't very good. But overall, it definitely was better than anticipated.
Oh yeah, definitely. With the longer the match went, the better. So, I'm saying that Goldberg had more moves in this match. He did. I was watching the match. I'm like, wow, he actually had a few more moves than just the jackhammer and the spear. It was actually a few more. And then Owie Sheets, Will, was agreeing with you. He thought that Big E was gonna cash in too. So I was expected to happen, just never happened. But Sarge. Sarge? Oh, you're playing the Goldberg theme, dang it.
That was just for you.
Thanks.
I figured Lashley would win, but I thought Big B would have taken the belt off of Lashley with that one. But
Did you say Big B or Big E?
He said Big B.
I said Big B. Come on, man.
I'll take it off of him. I don't care.
I got you back. So yeah. But I did not like the ending of it, bringing the kid in and all that. I just didn't like that whatsoever. And I enjoyed the fact that the fans were going for Lashley more than Goldberg, even when the kid was in a hurt lock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. All right, Dragon Viper.
Yeah, I thought this match was okay. No, wasn't a big fan of it. I actually thought it would, go pretty quick, and it didn't. So I was shocked on that. And in fact, I told Crispy Bacon at one point, and it's going way longer than normal. So Goldberg's not going to win this one. But I actually heard some boos in the crowd when Goldberg was ahead there for a minute, but it was okay. I didn't care for the ending. I mean, come on, Goldberg getting injured on his legs and him not continuing the match, that wasn't right.
No.
There should have been a clear-cut victory, pinfall, or submission. Other than that, yeah, it was. I'm just gonna say it was okay.
All right, mess around.
For me, any ending is better than one with Goldberg walking out the champion. So I'm fine with him hurting his leg. It's whatever.
Wow.
As long as Goldberg doesn't win the title.
Wow.
That was me.
Goldberg can win the
All right.
title.
All right,
Next
Crispy
week
Bacon.
gets a shot.
No, I mean, it was a good match until the ending,
Oh,
where he got hit with the, with the chair on his legs, and had to end the match. But bringing his son into it, I don't know if that was a good idea. I'm not sure if he's going to become, part of WWE down the line, like Dominic is. Maybe he will be
I hope not.
after that match. Kind of continue the legacy, but overall, it was okay until the end.
And then, of course, Big B.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I thought Goldberg was going to walk away champ and then probably get cashed in like we've said already. But I'm calling it right now. Two things. WrestleMania. What WrestleMania are we at now?
Like
I don't know.
38?
WrestleMania 50. We're going to see Dominic versus Goldberg's son in a US or title match. And I think Goldberg's last match will be a tag match with his son versus Lashley and Bob in MVP.
I'm
Wow.
telling you
Could
though, at
happen.
the age of 70, you're gonna see Goldberg still come strutting down the aisle and being like, "Sonny, you're next," and he's gonna be in the ring and he's still gonna be going, "You're next."
We're gonna get confused because he'll probably look like Gilbert by that time.
Yeah, he very well might. He very well might look like Gilbert. Goldberg.
No, I'm saying
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
But this is what I've been waiting for all night. Okay, I've been waiting to get to the main event all night because I'm not personally. I was like, I don't care about the match. I just love the ending. I loved it.
Right, yes.
That's right. The Beast is back.
Back.
I was so excited when his music hit. I'm like, yes, the Beast is here. I've been wanting to see that forever. And finally, he's back. And I'm like, yes. I kept saying he's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. And then people were actually putting out things being like, well, he signed a contract with another company. I'm like, there's no way. No way Brock Lesnar's going to sign
He would
anywhere
not.
else. There's no
Yeah,
way.
you should find him and go, where is he at now?
He signed with WWE. He's
Right.
back, and the Beast is back, and he's coming back to take what is rightfully his. That is right, the Universal Championship.
I
Well,
thought it
Should be
was.
on SmackDown.
Will, you're with me on this. You're a fan of Brock Lesnar. Please let these guys know.
Yeah, definitely. Brock is a legitimate world champion, and definitely can do some big matches with Roman for sure. WrestleMania 31, Brock and Reigns was huge. I don't know. I was surprised at the way they let Roman beat Cena clean. It was almost like, what was the point of bringing him back and building him up and everything else just to have him beat him clean like that? I mean, that didn't make any sense to me at all, especially not having Cena stick around. But I can definitely see Brock and Roman doing some big match stuff. Ultimately, I think you're going to see Brock take that belt off of Roman, and then you'll see The Rock come back, and somehow they'll mix that whole thing all together. But biggest part for me was Cena losing clean. So disappointing. I mean, it didn't make any sense for me.
Well, so from what I heard is that they brought Cena back because they knew that Brock was going to come back, and they didn't want to put somebody else in the match like Finn Balor and have Brock's return basically overshadow the spotlight of the other person that got put in the match. So they figured John Cena's that guy that if they brought him back, it wouldn't matter because John Cena's been in the spotlight for so long. It wouldn't matter if you bring Brock back. And so I can kind of see where they're coming from with that. So I was completely okay with the Brock.
You're still
return.
taking a 16th time. Oh, totally okay with Brock returning. The only thing I had a problem with that whole match and the ending was the way they beat Cena. There's no way they should have beat him that way. The build-up was really, really good. It made SummerSlam exciting. I can't remember how many years it's been since I was truly excited to watch a SummerSlam, and it was mainly because of that build-up. And then it was really disappointing to see that happen for me. Brock coming back was great, and I think they'll do some great numbers and some great matches. But I think, everybody talks about the Becky and Belair. They screwed Belair over and they did her dirty and everything else. I think if anybody got done wrong, it was really Cena. I think that was the wrong thing to do. That hurts the legacy of Cena for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sarge, go ahead and take it away.
Dragon Viper, I've been saying this a while. Guess who's sniffing around the corner? Brock Lesnar. So the beast is back. So, I mean, the match was good and all that. I agree with Will with how the match ended and stuff. It kind of makes me think this was the farewell match for Cena because every time, like, someone retires, they put the other person over cleanly. So that's one thought that came into my mind with that, but I doubt that it's it. But my main thing is with the storyline, what is going to happen with Paulie E?
I was thinking the same thing.
It's going to get F5'd. I can tell you that. And it'll be glorious.
That would be awesome.
Glorious. All right.
No,
So,
don't start.
Dragon Viper, go ahead.
No, I totally agree. I think Cena kind of got screwed out of the deal. And it's like what Will said, they do this big hype between Roman and Cena, and I agree. I actually was looking forward to watching SummerSlam. I thought, hey, excellent match possibility. Who's going to lose this match? Who's going to win this title? Is John Cena going to win his 17th title? And Roman Reigns quit, or it was there, and then they kind of, I wanted to see, whether Cena won it or not. I kind of want to see Big E. This is where I thought Big E was going to come in and cash his briefcase in.
That's where I thought too.
But I think they kind of screwed Cena in a way for a clean victory. Normally I like to see those, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to see Cena because of such a big hype and big buildup. I actually saw Cena winning the title for a 17th time, the way they were advertising it and everything else. And then of course, you have Brock Lesnar coming in. And we have Brock Lesnar coming in, and I think the guy looks like a dork now. He doesn't look like
his face.
He doesn't look like a strong beast like he did. I'm just hoping with them bringing Brock Brock Lesnar back, that he's not going to be, booked to only do like 4 pay-per-views a year if he wins the title off Reigns. So, he looks like a dork. He needs to get, go back to the way he looked. And then he needs to wrestle more than 4 times a year. So
I'll tell you what. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I was gonna say, whatever you do, you don't disrespect the Beast. I like this new look. I think this look is awesome. But mess around, Dave. Go ahead and take it away.
Like, if Brock looks like a dork, I wish I looked like a dork, because that man is stacked.
Yeah,
he may be stacked, but oh my God, he looks. Ugh.
No, he looks a lot stronger now than he did before.
He does.
Like, it's crazy.
Like, I don't know how long we've been saying it. Like, they need to bring Brock back to save Raw, to save the WWE, and they finally did.
SmackDown.
He's going to SmackDown.
It doesn't matter.
Because,
He's
that
back.
certain company brought back CM Punk, so they really need Brock bad now. So it's a good thing
And
they
they
brought
brought
him
him
back.
back. He's back. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. All right, so Crispy Bacon.
No, I'm glad Brock Lesnar's back. I think Paul Heyman looked scared, and I think somebody's gonna win him back, probably either Reigns or Brock Lesnar. They'll find a way to put Heyman in there.
It's like
I
Lou
think-
said, it's going to be a custody battle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Big B, how about you?
No, it was a great match. I mean, I thought it was going to be totally different. I think they might have changed the ending because of what happened at the other company that we won't talk about. So I think Vince got on the phone right away and said, "Hey, Brock, what's your dollar about? Let's come." I think Big E was going to cash it. I believe that the original plan was Cena to win, Big E cashes in, and then
Yeah.
That's where I saw it. Yeah.
But with CM Punk coming back, I think Vince got on the phone right away and paid Brock what he wanted.
Got
Change it up
desperate.
some. WWE's got to do something. So that's what I think. I think Cena got screwed. I think Brock looks like a lumberjack, and I dare Dragon Viper to tell him he looks like a
Hey,
dork to
you know
his
what?
face.
I would.
You know what? I am okay with that. I am okay with Cena losing as long as the Beast is back. I'm completely okay, and the Beast is back. So now I'm like super happy about it. Now he needs to go out and get the championship, and we get to see him again.
And then
So-
we get to see him 4 times a year.
You know what? The Beast does what he wants to do.
It's better than watching Reigns defend it 12 times a year, whatever it is.
Yeah, he does. Brock does what he wants, and he deserves it. Okay, so that's right. And Christy Wilson saying Lesnar would hit Dragon Viper with an F5. Yeah.
I'd say bring it on.
Bring it on.
Oh
There's
my
fighting
God.
words.
Somebody get that man a walker for after he's done.
I actually like Lou's comment after. You might tell Brock that he's in the must have been in the
Oh,
cage.
if he's in a cage, yeah. If
Yeah,
he's in a
if he's in
cage,
a
yeah. Beast is back. That's right. So since we're too close to the end of the show now, we're going to start out with Will on this. And so, Will, if you had to give a final grade to SummerSlam or any last remaining thoughts on SummerSlam, we'll go ahead and start out with you. Go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, I would probably give it an 8 overall. I think 80% was still pretty good. Biggest disappointment for me, again, was the way they let Cena lose. I really had high hopes for something there, even if Cena had lost and there had been some interference or something, it would have made more sense. But overall, for me, it was a really good event. I watched it from beginning to end, and I haven't done that in a very long time with a pay-per-view, to watch it completely. The joys of DVR, and I didn't do that with this one, so I really enjoyed it, but I was very disappointed in the ending as far as the way they put Cena down. I truly believe that was probably the end of Cena, and I think that was the wrong way to do it. So overall, about an 8 out of 10.
All right. Sarge, it comes to you.
I'm just hoping Dragon Viper got his tickets to Suplex City. Because April message there is more like Brock Lesnar sends Dragon Viper to Suplex City.
Yeah. Well,
So I mean, SummerSlam, I'd give it a B. Overall, it was overall put together. No, there was one or two matches that were that fell flat and so forth. But other than that, it was great matches. I was glad I was able to get to watch it. So yeah, it was good.
all right, and Dragon Viper.
I'd give it a B. I mean, you start SummerSlam with the dork, you end one with the dork.
Wow.
You end up, you have several great matches. A couple of them didn't end up the way you hope for. But initially, I give SummerSlam a B.
All right, mess around.
So
What do we give it? What's our grade?
A+.
We give it an A+.
And because I wish in the main event Seth Rollins didn't interfere with the ref distracted by Paul Heyman, so we could see a DT, and that would make sense. Embrace the vision.
Embrace the vision.
Yes, embrace the vision. All right, Crispy Bacon.
No, I give it a B too. I mean, it was good. It was a good event overall.
What did that say?
It says Dragon Viper Fan Club.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, Crispy.
No, you're good. No, it was a good. It was a good event overall. I mean, there were some matches that could have went a different way, but overall, it was good.
All right, Big B.
Oh, just because of the first match, it's an A+. I mean,
You know what?
but
what?
I mean, honestly, I'm with everybody else. It's a solid B. There was some disappointing things they could have done differently. Outside of that, yeah, I'm with everybody else. It was a pretty good, entertaining. The build-up was good, but the fallout at the end, I think we kind of was disappointing. Or else, I think it would be a solid A.
You know what? I'm going to be a little bit different here, and I'm just going to go with an A- simply because the beast is back, and I've been waiting for that. So just because Lesnar's back, I will go ahead and give it an A-. So Dragon Viper, let me tell you this, okay? Let me tell you this. If that dude took you to Suplex City, he would only have to suplex you one time, and you wouldn't be getting back up. You would be laying there, and you would want to be dead at that point.
Our buddy Isaiah must be on something because he's picking Viper to beat Brock Lesnar.
I was going to say shout out to Biggie for making that sign for us.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, Vicky's here tonight. So thank you, Vicky, for making that sign. It was truly amazing. We
Mhm.
really appreciated
Thank
that.
you.
I
Thank
think she also had Will's website on
Yeah.
there too. I think she had a good sign for everybody. So thanks, Vicky and April, for going last week. So
And yep, and thank you everybody for coming on and watching the show tonight. And of course, the final thing, yes, April NXT 36 tonight was simply amazing. It was dominant. I loved the matches tonight. They were great. Especially the Walter match. It was crazy to finally see him
Walter.
lose. Yeah, he actually lost the match, and I was like, "Oh my god, he lost!" But it was crazy. But Will, you were definitely right. The Gonzalez, and I'll tell you what, the Gonzalez match, it completely lit it. It was fire tonight. It was fire, and you called that during your live. You said that was going to be the match of the night. You definitely did. So,
Yep.
good job for
Absolutely.
calling that one. You called that one. But thank you for all of our viewers for watching. Thank you, Will, for joining us tonight.
Yes.
It was
Thanks,
a pleasure
Will.
to have you on.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, you.
Hey, you've been soul
thank you for
sucking
having
too,
me.
Will.
A lot of
So
fun. Really appreciate it. You guys, I know.
Yeah.
You guys do a great job, man. And I shout you guys out every chance I get. So really appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you being on. You're going to be invited back anytime you want. Just reach out to me and let me know whenever you feel like hopping on and you have an open invite to hop on. So just let us know. All right. So with
Thank
that, so thank you for all of our viewers for watching. I hope everybody has a great night. Next Sunday, you can watch another episode of Between the Ropes. And tomorrow night, you can watch Chris, is it Holistic Hot Mamas tomorrow night? Or
Yeah,
is it
holistic health.
Yes.
and- Yeah.
Yep. Holistic Hot Mamas. You have Cooking with Jody and the Four Bros. So
Mhm.
I hope everybody has a fantastic night and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Embrace the vision.
Embrace the vision. That's
Good night,
right.
everybody.